Aitzquachel, Sarah Jim Thanasnet, Chesalasanet Husanich, Chesalasanet Husaikum Elalungs. My name is Sarah Jim. I'm from Husanich, from the Saikum village. My father's name is Sequempton. His English name is David Jim. He is of Mexican and Coast Salish descent. And my mother's name is Wendy Jim. She's Russian, Jewish, and English. I'm an emerging artist. I have a Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree from the University of Victoria. I graduated in 2019, and for the last 3 years I've been conducting environmental restoration on the land, and that's been really informing my art practice. So essentially, environmental restoration is digging out invasive plants and planting native plants, and this creates a balance and an equilibrium on the land, in the environment, and this creates a conduit for me to view the world in a specific way, and I depict this through my art by doing illustrations of ethnobotanical art, and I add Coast Salish elements to these to emphasize that the language, the art, the culture comes from the land. So this is an example of the art I create. As you can see, there are native plants depicted, and within each leaf and each stem and each flower there are Coast Salish elements, and these elements comprise of trigons, crescents, circles, and S-curves. So the Coast Salish art form is quite simple, yet quite effective and beautiful. All of these elements come from the land, but I just like to represent it in this way to kind of teach people or educate others that everything's connected, and that includes the culture and this place. In traditional Coast Salish art, I feel that plants aren't as represented as other things, so like ravens and bears and owls are all pretty entrenched in the art form, and that is completely understandable because a lot of these animals have significance to like origin stories and teachings, but I think that native plants are kind of undervalued in the art form, and so when I depict these native plants in my art, I'm kind of emphasizing or highlighting their importance to this place. And so I think it's really important for me to depict these plants in my art and add these cultural elements, the Coast Salish elements, to give them importance and to give them significance. And this in turn has been allowing me to talk about the importance of environmental restoration and the importance of these plants in the culture. In Saanich culture anyway, a lot of females and women matriarchs would be knowledge holders regarding plants and medicines, so I feel like it does have a feminine side, the art I create, because I also do that work. Like I tend to the land, and I learning to be a knowledge keeper, and all the women I know are really strong and are doing that work, and so I feel like it is matriarch driven. But I like that because there aren't a lot of Coast Salish artists, female artists anyway. They're starting to be, but historically not really. So being of like a mixed background, I am not solely traditional, but not solely not traditional, you know? So I have that kind of unique lens of creating this hybrid of these two worlds. And so that's kind of what I navigate in my day-to-day life, but it kind of comes out in my art as well. Haishkasiem for watching and listening. If you are interested, you can find my work online at sarahjimstudio.com or on Facebook and Instagram at sarahjimstudio.